action taken by his handlers in order to stop him from continuing to embarrass himself.
Yeah.
According to CNN's Brian Stelter, as well as previously confirmed cancellations, Trump has now backed out of 3 major appearances on national networks just about 2 weeks away from Election Day. According to his reporting, via the Reliable Sources newsletter, Trump recently backed out of an interview with CBS's 60 Minutes and canceled a planned visit to CNBC's Squawk Box. And he adds this.
Overnight, I learned of another planned Trump interview that was suddenly scrapped. NBC News thought it had secured a sit-down with Trump to discuss the economy and other matters, according to 3 sources with knowledge of the matter. The interview is expected to take place in Philadelphia on Monday, and correspondent Christine Romans, a CNN alum, was set to be the interviewer, I'm told. But then it was called off by the Trump team. The interview was postponed, one of the sources said, and NBC is in discussions to reschedule it. And reporting from the Daily Beast adds that Trump also backed out of an appearance with an organization that he's typically very friendly with. Another cancellation occurred on Thursday. The NRA announced that Trump had backed out of its planned event next week in Savannah, citing a campaign scheduling conflict.
Yeah, getting on camera and answering questions, really not, it's, the risks really outweigh the rewards. That town hall he did the other night where the Univision one, where a dude was just like, hey, just be straight with me, about the January 6th stuff, that I saw that and I was like, that guy shouldn't be president. So what do you say about that? And then his answer was just not reassuring at all.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, if you've been following the news or watching our show, you're probably aware of why Trump or his handlers might want to take him out of the spotlight for a little while. His recent appearances have been absolutely bizarre, incoherent, and destructive to his campaign. He spent 39 minutes bobbing around on stage to music earlier in the week, and then appeared at the Chicago Economic Forum where he completely botched every response to questions posed by the moderator, sometimes not even referencing the question that was posed to him at all. Like in this next clip where the moderator asked him about whether or not he would break up Google. Here you go.
Should Google be broken up?
I just haven't gotten over something the Justice Department did yesterday, where Virginia cleaned up its voter rolls and got rid of thousands and thousands of bad votes, and the Justice Department sued them that they should be allowed to put those bad votes and illegal votes back in and let the people vote. So I haven't gotten over that. A lot of people have seen that. They can't even believe it.
The question is about Google, President Trump.
Then there was his performance on stage at a recent town hall for Univision, as Elliot referenced, where he not only failed to answer multiple questions in anything resembling a straightforward manner, some of his responses were completely tone deaf, like when someone asked him to explain his gun control policy to the parents of victims of school shootings. And he replied that you can't take the guns away because of things like security, sport, and entertainment. While that one was probably shocking for anyone who has been the victim of gun violence or knows someone who has been, the response that he got from some undecided voters while he was talking really just says it all. In the next clip, a voter asked him about his inaction on January 6th and during COVID, and asks why so many people in his previous administration no longer support him. All legitimate questions.
Really basic stuff.
And just check out the visual reactions as he weaves his way through yet another sprawling answer full of twists and turns.
I'm curious how people so close to you and your administration no longer want to support you, so why would I want to support you?
So the people that don't support a very small portion. We have a tremendous, about 97% of the people in the administration support me. But because it's me, somebody doesn't support, they get a little publicity. Very importantly, you had hundreds of thousands of people come to Washington. They didn't come because of me, they came because of the election. They thought the election was a rigged election, and that's why they came. Some of those people went down to the Capitol. I said peacefully and patriotically, nothing done wrong at all, nothing done wrong. And action was taken, strong action. Ashley Babbitt was killed, nobody was killed. There were no guns down there. We didn't have guns. The others had guns. We didn't have guns. And when I say we, these are people that walked down. This was a tiny percentage of the overall, which nobody sees and nobody shows. But that was a day of love from the standpoint of the millions. It's like hundreds of thousands. It could have been the largest group I've ever spoken to.
Yeah, that the whole room was just like, are you sure about that?
People physically reacted.
Yeah.
The guy who asked the question and the audience just...
Yeah, and the guy asking the question could not have been more deferential and cool about it. Really not coming at Trump with a gotcha here. asking a question that he should be asked about a lot more often.
Yeah, why does everyone from your previous administration hate you?
Yeah, and he straight up lied in that answer. It's like the
Oh yeah, there's multiple false
the
statements.
number of like cabinet members who've now been using members. Again, it's like the majority of them who said anything to stop it. But yeah, also if those clips didn't play, it's probably because they were hit with copyright despite being removed. Clips from sources we don't usually display are always banned, so we apologize if they were removed. But links are always down in the description below.
Yep.
Usually those networks just hijack the ad revenue, which is fine, because this episode's sponsored.
Hey!
Which means we'll get to the second half of the show in just a second. But let's take a moment to thank Factor for sponsoring our show. Sweater weather pairs perfectly with savory fall food. But with your busy schedule, sometimes it's hard to eat the way you'd like to. That's where Factor comes in. Their chefs do the shopping and the chopping, bring you fresh, never frozen, fully cooked meals right to your doorstep. All you have to do is heat and eat. All of their meals are dietitian approved, so you know you're getting the nutrition you need along with the fall flavors you crave.
When it comes to meals, everyone wants the same thing. Option. That's why Factor offers 35 wholesome meals every week, including Gourmet Plus, Keto, Calorie Smart, and Vegan and Veggie. So you'll always find something that you love that suits your lifestyle. There's more to Factor than just lunches and dinners. From vegan breakfast to smoothies to delectable midnight snacks, Factor has over 60 plus add-ons to keep you fueled and focused 24/7. With a plethora of flavors, you'll never get bored. This fall, you've got a lot going on outside of the kitchen, so keep your plans and turn to Factor. They deliver fresh, nutritious, chef-prepared meals ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Whether you're managing calories, maximizing your protein intake, or simply trying to eat more balanced, Factor has dietitian-approved meals that will help you meet those fitness goals.
The coffee protein shake is the best protein I've ever had. The shakes are all. Choose from 6 meal preferences, including keto, Calorie Smart, and vegan and veggie. And round out your order with nutrient-rich smoothies, snacks, and energy shots to keep you satisfied all day long. You work hard, so treat your body right with Factor. Their fresh, never-frozen, chef-crafted meals make it easy to get the nutrition you need with a restaurant-like experience you enjoy. Head to factormeals.com/newsdump50 and use code newsdump50 to get 50% off your first month and 20% off your next month. That's code newsdump50 at factormeals.com/newsdump50 to get 50% off your first month plus 20% off the next.
All right, back to the news now, and we're not exactly done with Trump just yet, because earlier this week I saw the author of an article talk about the reasoning behind something that he recently posted. So in an article by Philip Voss from the Washington Post, he simply took Donald Trump at his word. Literally, he simply typed out the exact response that Trump recently gave to a legitimate question from a voter who was concerned about the price of groceries. I read the article, which included the transcript of Trump's statement, and it reminded me that we're all used to hearing from Trump in his voice, or the mocking version of his voice, and how, because he's so well known and permeates so many aspects of our lives, a lot of the time our brains can sort of connect all the dots and just kind of fill in the gaps of what he's attempting to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's still batshit insane, but you hear him ramble on about something, it's easy to zone out and go, okay, he's talking about a plane. Or he's talking about the rigged election or whatever. But when you see it in plain text or hear it read, zero inflection or attempts at impersonation, you can really begin to understand just how mentally unfit he really is at this exact moment. And to be clear, he's always, going back to 2016, had these like run-on sentences.
But it's gotten demonstrably worse.
Yeah, it's definitely...
It's nonsense now.
You can track the degradation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to do that. We're just going to read it straight. We're going to read the transcript posted by the Washington Post where Trump answers a question about groceries from a black voter. The question that she asked on stage was, like my fellow Americans, my grocery bill has not gone down. Everything is still so very expensive. What steps will your administration take to help American families suffering from this inflation? Here's how Trump answered that question.
So, you know, it's such a great question in the sense that people don't think of grocery. You know, it sounds like not such an important word when you talk about homes and everything else, right? But more people tell me about grocery bills, where the price of bacon, the price of lettuce, the price of tomatoes, they tell me. And we're going to do a lot of things. You know, our farmers aren't being treated properly. And we had a deal with China, and it was a great deal. I never mentioned it because once COVID came in, I said that was a bridge too far because I had a great relationship with President Xi. And he's a fierce man, and he's a man that likes China, and I understand that. But we had a deal, and he was perfect on that deal. $50 billion he was going to buy. we were doing numbers like you wouldn't believe for the farmers. But the farmers are very badly hurt. The farmers in this country, we're going to get them straightened out. We're going to get your prices down. But you asked another question about safety and also about black population jobs and Hispanic population in particular, those too. So when millions of people pour into our country, they're having a devastating effect on black families and Hispanic families more than any others. I think it's going to spread to a lot of other places. I think it's going to spread to unions. I think unions are going to have a big problem because employers are just not going to pay the price. They're going to, and it's a very bad thing that's happening. So they're coming in, many are coming in from jails and prisons and mental institutions, insane asylums. That's like, step above, right? Insane asylums. And whenever I go, Hannibal Lecter, you know what I'm talking about. They always go, the fake news. That's a lot of fake news back there too. They always mention, it's a way of demeaning. They say, Hannibal Lecter, why would he mention? Well, you know why, because he was a sick puppy. We have sick puppies coming into our country. I think that's a lot. That's better than wasting a lot of work. We just say, Hannibal Lecter, we don't want him. But they always sort of say, why would he say that? I do it for a lot of reasons. But I do it because we are allowing some very bad people into our country. And they're coming in as terrorists.
You know what this reminds me of is like pre-Chat GPT, like GPT 1 and 2, when you used to play with it and try to get it to answer questions or do things, and it would always do it a really bad job of it and sort of veer off into unrelated directions. Again, that was a question about groceries.
Yeah, and Elliot is going to take over now because it is not done. This is the question about groceries, and it is not finished.
Oh, okay, maybe he'll get to the groceries.
And he is, once again, you're not going to do the voice, even though I know it is going to be challenging. You
Can
have
I do
to
the cadence?
No. You have to do it straight because that shows how demented this is.
Yeah, it's hard. I'll do it. So here's Trump once again, in his own words, still answering the question about that lady's groceries. You saw the other day, last month, they had the record number of terrorists. I had a month. I love Border Patrol. Did you see they gave me a full endorsement 2 days ago? Border Patrol. The Border Patrol. And they're great. And, they want to do their job. They don't want to let these people come in. They look at them. They can tell. They can look at somebody, say, good, bad. They say what's coming into our country now is having a huge negative impact on black families and on Hispanic families, and ultimately on everybody. And we're going to close that border so tight, it's going to be closed. And I said the two things I'm going to do. First, we're going to close that border, and people are going to come in. You want people to come in. We need people to come in. People are going to come into our country legally. It's so unfair. You have people that are waiting on a system in a line, and they've been waiting in this line. You know how long? For years, 10 years, 12 years, and they study and they take tests, and then people come. I actually say, why don't you just go and just come on across? I tell people that it's terrible, right? I said, go out, you're incredible. They say, what can I do to speed up the process? I say, you know what? Go to the southern border. I'll see you on the other side. It's so unfair. But we're gonna have them come in legally. You have to see what they have to do. They take tests on, who was the first one here? What date was this? What does 1776 mean? All this stuff. And these other people are coming in, and they're affecting the school systems, and they're affecting the hospital system. I mean, if you take a look at what's going on in Springfield,
fucking
Ohio,
fascist.
a town of 50,000 people, they've just added 32,000 people, illegal immigrants. And we're not going to put up with that. And we're going to take care of your costs are going to come down. And you're not going to have a problem with, because the biggest problem, and I'm hearing it from black people, and to a lesser extent right now, but it'll be the same, Hispanic people. And I'll tell you what, our poll numbers have gone through the roof, with black and Hispanic, have gone through the roof. And I like that. I like that. I like that. So we're going to take care of it. You will be, I'll tell you, if everything works out, if everybody gets out and votes on January 5th or before, it used to be you'd have a date. Today you can vote 2 months before, probably 3 months after. They don't know what the hell they're doing. But we're going to straighten it all out. We're going to straighten that out. We're going to straighten our election process out, too. That's going to be important also. So thank you very much, darling. We're going to get it straight. Thank you. That's Trump addressing inflation, specifically groceries. So you asked, he gave a long,
very detailed answer,
and you have your answer. That's what he's going to do about groceries. Wow. So yeah, we'll leave a link to that article below because it also includes multiple footnotes, including fact checks of everything that he drooled into the microphone on stage that night before dancing around for 40 minutes. Because yeah, a lot of what we just read was not true, just straight up lies. Yeah, of course.
So they have multiple footnotes that show the sources and articles related to the lies that he said, which is great reporting. But
And
also,
again, I want to bring it back because, what I said about how he's always rambled. I mean, back in 2016,
he did this story about his
the nuclear.
yeah.
But people would analyze that, and they're like, actually, this is a run-on sentence, but it is pretty grammatically consistent, and you can map it out.
Yeah.
There is a coherence here. He's basically footnoting himself as he goes along, but there is a coherent thought being said, and you absolutely cannot say that about what we just read.
No,
That's poop coming out of his brain.
It's crazy that whoever is behind the scenes has given him a term for his meandering thoughts, which is the weave, because he's been referencing the weave ever since someone gave him that term to talk about.
I call it the weave.
And sure, he was weaving in and out of coherent thought.
Well, I'm not wearing what he's weaving.
Well, the problem is he's taking all of his talking points, a traditional stump speech, and compressing it down into one answer for every question, regardless of the context of that question.
Yeah.
It all travels through the same stump speech.
He can't go into detail on any questions without really coming off as super bashy.
Or getting all details wrong.
Yeah, or just he doesn't have the details. He has, concepts of the plan. But at least before he could say we're going to build the wall.
People be like, woo, woo.
Yeah, which is it's stupid, but it's a simple answer. If you ask him to be specific about the migrant problem this time around,
We're going to round them up and get rid of them.
they're like, oh, wait, that's fucking horrifying. Can we not do that?
We should probably pull Donald Trump from any TV appearances, which makes sense with the previous story we talked about. But anyways, it's time to talk about another favorite dipshit of ours, Elon Musk.
Damn it. We avoided, we got through an entire Tech News Day
Yeah.
without, I think we mentioned him once in passing.
Yeah. Well, if you're still somehow on Twitter, things just got a whole lot worse for a whole bunch of people because Musk has officially initiated the change to the block button, which should put him in the crosshairs of app stores, specifically app stores that he needs in order to keep this platform operational.
Yeah, he is in blatant violation of a basic rule of apps.
But who knows? Some people, like Trump and like Musk, they seem to be able to do whatever they want. Now, this is, of course, uncharted territory, so let's see how they react. Either way, the block button, it's not really going to act like a block button anymore, and people who you may have previously blocked, they'll be able to see all of your tweets.
Cool.
Here's Mashable with more on how this works. Elon Musk's X is moving forward with a proposed change to blocking users, a shift that allows blocked accounts to see a user's public profile and posts, but prevents them from interacting with the content. They add the tweet sent from the official X engineering staff, which reads, "Soon we'll be launching a change to how the block function works. If your posts are set to public, accounts you have blocked will be able to view them, but they will not be able to engage, like reply, repost, etc." So basically what it means is unless you make your profile completely private, all of your posts will be able to be seen by anyone who wants to see them.
Great. You asked for it, you got it.
Who asked for this? A bunch of people who probably got blocked for good reason.
Yeah. As for why this is bad, beyond obvious reasons, the article continues, adding, users pointed out that the block button is often the first recourse in situations of mass doxing or online verbal abuse, like death threats spurred by a viral post or controversy. Most noted that the new blocking tool makes being online even more difficult for those choosing to keep public accounts, often for professional reasons, essentially forcing users to switch to private profiles if they don't want previously blocked accounts to view their music and photos. It's essential for many in setting online boundaries. It also means less protections for communities and identities already at risk for harassment. X's altered blocking features could have even greater repercussions on younger users too, who already face higher risks of abuse on these platforms amid a national mental health crisis. A report by Thorn, a tech nonprofit combating child sexual abuse, found that teens rely heavily on online safety tools to defend themselves in digital spaces and are most likely to use blocking and leverage it as a tool for cutting off contact in an attempt to stop future harassment, according to the organization.
And outside of the block function becoming essentially useless, Twitter/X has also updated their TOS to more explicitly state that everything that you post can and will be used to train their artificial intelligence. Adding that, by using the platform, you grant a license that includes the right for us to analyze text and other information you provide to otherwise provide for those and improve the services, including, for example, for use with and training of our machine learning and artificial intelligence. generative or another type.
But it's cool. You can stop that by sharing a picture, an image of text that says, "Dear Mr. Musk, I do not consent."
I do not. That one went around again recently. I forget what it was about. It was on Instagram. But yeah, it was
I think it was about training AI.
Yeah, it was another rehash of the same email chain.
It's like, wow, this has been going for 20 years now.
And people fall for it every time. It's like 1 year goes by and they forget that they've already posted this point.
Well, if you ask them, they'd be like, look, better safe than sorry.
Sure, I guess, yeah.
Can't hurt, can it? Anyway, in news that isn't as shocking as it is infuriating, the Texas judge presiding over Elon Musk's lawsuit against Media Matters, the left-leaning political watchdog group that has tracked the proliferation of hate speech on the platform since Musk's takeover, turns out that judge had been actively trading Tesla stock leading up to the start of the case, which is extremely sketchy, obviously. With more on this, here's NPR. A federal judge in Texas overseeing a high-profile lawsuit filed by billionaire Elon Musk against the watchdog group Media Matters was buying and selling stock in Musk's Tesla company in 2023, the year Musk filed the suit, according to financial disclosure reports recently made public. In August, NPR reported that U.S. District Judge Reed O'Connor of the Northern District of Texas had made an investment in Tesla of between $15,001 and $50,000. O'Connor has delivered a string of decisions in the Media Matters lawsuit in favor of Musk, who argues the advocacy group Disparage X, the social media site.
That investment was revealed in a 2022 financial disclosure form required of all federal judges. The questions remained about whether the judge could have later sold his stock in Tesla, and if so, whether that happened before or after O'Connor accepted the Media Matters case in November 2023. While Tesla is not directly part of Musk's Media Matters suit, legal ethics experts called on O'Connor to recuse himself from the case, since the outcome of a lawsuit involving one of Musk's companies could, in turn, have an effect on the stock value of another part of his empire, including electric vehicle company Tesla, which represents the majority of his wealth. But a newly public financial disclosure form filed with the Administrative Office of the U.S. Courts covering 2023's calendar year shows that O'Connor bought and sold Tesla stock that year, with his position in Tesla still totaling up to $50,000. All three transactions were made before November. O'Connor bought Tesla stock in January, sold some in June, and bought again in September. According to that filing, O'Connor
what a bunch of dog shit.
That year after taking the case in November. He has not bought or sold Tesla stock in the first few months of 2024, according to the most recent publicly available financial disclosures.
Totally normal.
Yeah, and I believe as well in the XTOS, it states that... Yeah.
It's not forced arbitration, but all conflicts need to be settled in this specific court in like northern Texas, which is not where X is headquartered, but it's where his pet judge lives.
Yes. The judge who may or may not have some financial exposure to one of Musk's other companies that might do a little bit better.
I feel like
if all these media companies were off his back.
There's got to be a judge somewhere in this country who isn't buying tens of thousands of Tesla shares just all the time. But we can't find him.
Elusive.
This guy will have to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, Blue Sky's doing great. They added another 1.5 million users.
Yeah.
Just today.
It's a great platform. It's an exact clone of
bookmarking.
That sucks, but it's an exact clone of Twitter. It's got video and GIFs.
It's better than Twitter in a lot of ways. I was peeking around on there today after months of not checking, and the custom feeds is great. So there's like...
I got my news feed, my sports feed, my art feed.
Exactly. I'm like, this is actually fucking useful.
Yeah.
Has utility. And so, of course, it's something that you would never, ever see on Elon's platform, where the only incentive he has is to show you as many blue check dipshits as possible.
That's right. Follow us on Blue Sky. You'll find us. I'll put links in the description below. Anyways, that's it for today's show. We'll be back for some weird news very shortly. But in the meantime, make sure you like the video.
Please.
Make sure you're subscribed. Talk about anything that we discussed today down in the comments below. It's like a whole forum down there. You can talk about anything we talked about.
You can.
Or whatever you want, I guess.
Get off Twitter and get in the comments section.
That's right. Our comments section is your replacement for social media.
Just whatever you were planning on tweeting, put it down there instead.
Yeah, there you go. Also, we have 2 new episodes for you.
Gulab Jamun. I think I got that right.
The Gulab Jamun. Yeah, the fix, right? Woo! 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 Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Oh, this is light work, baby. Light work. Not even a pro. There's Trump burgers? What the fuck is that?
Today we're reviewing Trump Burger. Yes, guys, Donald J. Trump has a burger restaurant, and I am not biased. I do not take sides. However, he has burgers, so we're here for the burgers. So whether it tastes good or bad, that's up to the restaurant. But in any case, I was going to Austin, Texas, and I saw this place, and I had to stop it. Look inside, guys. This is insane. I've never seen a restaurant that looks like this. They also have a Biden burger for $51, like inflation.
1 ounce of beef topped with old tomato and the oldest buns available unavailable due cheating and inflation. Wait, okay, I guess I'm not the only one with the typos in this merchandise. What do you mean due cheating and inflation?
It says like old buns, old tomatoes, and what the? Starting off for $13, we got the Trump burger printed on
Okay, that looks like, dog. Where is it? Where is this? Where did he say this was? Kentucky? How are you gonna be in Kentucky and have dog burgers? Like, what do you have at that point? Austin, Texas? Ain't no way. That's even worse, bro. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you. If you are in Texas and you make a dog burger, you have nothing else to live for. Okay? It's like, that's the one thing. That's your thing. You should be able to make solid burgers, dog. What are you doing? Like, this looks like dried out cafeteria food, bro. What the hell is this? This should make the beast burger look edible, dog. How? On the aesthetic front alone, this better taste incredible, okay? Because I am already pissed off. I'm already pissed off, dude. What remains if you do not have burgers? America is the burger nation. If you up the burger, you might as well not be around at that point, okay? You might as well let Western civilization crumble because, god damn it, this is what it's for. God damn. That just pissed me off early on, dude. We just started, okay? We just started, and I'm already pissed off, dude. What the
buns with fries. And look at this thing. If this thing ain't as tall as a Trump Tower, my goodness.
Oh, glaze. Come on, bro. This dude, okay, no more integrity from this guy, okay? I question the intellectual integrity of Luke Foods. This seems a little biased, okay? And I saw this white boy pop off when he first encountered the delectable world of Indian food, okay? This white boy was swagged out. He was losing his dang mind, okay? The first time he dipped that naan, I think it was in butter chicken or whatever, one of those, it was tikka masala. I was like, I've been there, you know? I remember my first time. Like, that was passionate, okay? That was passionate. What the hell is this?
It's terrible.
Never mind, I spoke too soon. Oh, we're back. We're back. We're back. Luke is back. Ah! Listen, my bad. I should have never come for the king. I should have never come for the GOAT. I should have let my GOAT speak. I saw him talk about the Trump Tower thing, and I was like, damn, he's glazing, okay? I should have never, ever come for my GOAT like that. Luke, I apologize. Mea culpa, okay? My B, okay? My B, dude. This is like, at the Hot Side broadcast, you know, you got some moments, right? You got like, oh, Putin would never invade Ukraine. You know, you got that. And now this, okay? Probably worse than the Putin take. This is your my bad asthma moment? Yeah. Not as, yeah, this is my bad moment. My bad moment. Sometimes I'm popping off a little too hard, okay? I'm trying to make some content here. You turn into a snake dog? Yeah, for sure.
Trump, but this burger sucks, okay?
Maybe he'll flip again by the end of this video. This dude has the independent voter face. That's a great description.
This burger is absolutely horrible. It tastes strange, really funky, fake as heck. Like, it's a pretty big burger, but it just, yeah, try their fries. Those are all right, but they just don't have like any salt on them. Finally, we got the First Lady chicken sandwich for also $13. And look at this chicken. It looks kind of square for some reason. No. But that's not the most unseasoned chicken I've ever had in my life.
I mean, yeah, what were you expecting, honestly? It's the Trump establishment, dude. You know, that's they are. Yeah, that's not surprising to me. I'm gonna be honest.
And it is dry. Like I said, I have nothing against Trump, okay, but this food needs to be better, okay?
Okay. This white boy, once again, extremely swagged out, right? Why? Because he's had the delights that this world has to offer in terms of Indian food. My man, his life has changed so dramatically. His life has changed. What? Audio is off? What do you mean? Is this cam delayed? What? Desktop audio is behind? Oh, hell no.
The prices aren't terrible, but overall taste-wise, I'm going like a 3 out of 10. Donald, please make your restaurant great again.
Oh, yeah, it is? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. It's happening again. This happened like, I can't unsee it now. They're trolling. Do you remember the solution from last time? Fuck, I don't remember. What the f did I do last time? I don't remember, dude. The audio was about 1 to 2 seconds off. Oh, this used to happen back in the day too. Is the audio from the video is definitely delayed? Hold on. Let's do a YouTube video and we'll find it. Delay cam and mic by 1 sec. No, that's not it. It's like hardware acceleration or some. I think that's what it was. It's not me. My audio and my video are not delayed, but when I watch videos, it like there is a little bit of an audio delay. Let me see.
The prices aren't terrible, but overall taste-wise, I'm going like a 3 out of 10. Donald, please make your restaurant great again.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, my audio is not delayed on my mouth. Ooh, what did we do last time? Set the desktop audio to 50 milliseconds delay. No, dude, we didn't do that. Shut up. That's not what we did. I checked off on properties on my desktop audio. I checked off use device timestamps. There it is. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Wait, I checked use device timestamps. Should I not have it on? I checked off on properties on my desktop audio. I checked off use device timestamps. I checked them off. It was on. I checked them off. Okay. It's no longer on. Let's see how this works. Was it fixed? We don't know. Pass this on. The vid is unsync. I just watched it. Okay, let's try it again. Might need to restart. No. Try it again with the Indian.
We got the buttered chicken, the garlic naan, the onion bhajia, the gulab jamun.
The gulab jamun. Yeah, fixed, right? Woo! 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 Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, dude. This is light work, baby. Light work. Not even a problem, dude. Send me some real issues so I can deal with that. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm just kidding. Spectrum, please help me out. Please stop making that noise over the police are outside of my house again. What do you mean again, bro? What the hell do you mean by again? Anyway, you blasted off, but I don't think people saw it.
We're taking Bravo. We're taking Max. We control Bravo. Enemy securing Bravo. Securing objective Alpha.
Watch your fire! Requesting recon flyover. Lights up.
Get it back.
Semtex out!
Hostile Mosquito is online. We're
There's
losing
just
Charlie.
Am I pet cemetery, I feel like?
Incoming!
He's so big. Where would he store him? Like, it's a centerpiece, like, for your animatronic.
Give me a moment.
Get it. He'd be amazing. Just, Lord, I'll never spend my money. Never.
Lord, forgive me for falling back into my old ways, because in my previous Bookster video, I talked about how I wasn't sure when the next time I would talk about him because most of the stuff going on has been pretty blase, not a lot of interest being spilled into it. However, there's been the camping trip, now there's been this Wings freak out with the Haunted Mansion stuff, and if you don't know anything about me, I love Halloween. That's one thing out of the millions of things that me and Bookster won't see eye to eye on. We'll agree, Halloween's pretty good. And I was like, you know what, I think I could get a little festive video put together. We got the Headless Horseman, may or may not be related to some merch drop that Saturday content might be doing for Halloween, so be on the lookout for that. But I just wanted to talk about something. I wanted to see what the Bookster was up to, and you know, it's a cope and seethe. All right, I'll admit to it. All right, I want to know. I've been down the rabbit hole. I tried to climb my way back out of the rabbit hole, and I'm back to my old ways. I can't control myself. I have to know what's going on with the Bookster, and he's posted some pretty bad videos to say the least, and then we'll get to the most recent Haunted Mansion stream that they did.
I'm going down to Dallas, Texas for a boxing match. This is going to be at Retropalooza 2024 at Dallas, Texas. I'm not getting paid. So I am getting the hotel room, and more importantly, I'm getting invited back to a convention. Not really, I'm not going to be a headliner. I'm not going to be able to do a panel. I don't even know if I'm getting a booth for him in the box. They want to beat the shit out of me for faking cancer, and I'm agreeing to do it because
I've done a lot of stuff. So there's a lot to break down right off the bat. We're lucky that Bookster moved away from the subtitles because, in case you weren't able to tell, throughout this entire video, there were plenty of times, and I know the software is using. There's a bunch of free AI software you can plug in videos and it'll give you generated subtitles. The problem is, it's only like 80% accurate, I would say. If you speak too quickly or if you like mumble words together, it's not going to say the right thing. And that's the problem throughout this entire video. It's very distracting for me because I like subtitles. I like reading whenever I'm watching videos sometimes. And having words being spelled wrong that you can literally, in the app that you use that process for, you can change it, you can retype it. But Boogie, he can't be bothered. He tested it out. Too much work. Move on. We're not going to deal with that. And also, we're talking about this boxing thing he's doing, which I guess he's doing so he can go to some other Comic-Con knockoff bullshit thing again. And who cares? I'm just going to forget like that even ever happened. I haven't heard anything since then. However, the comment about the cancer thing, now that's interesting because Bookster's back on his old ways, baby. He's talking about how he still believes his original story that he's been telling everybody and refuses to admit that he's done anything wrong, which I think is interesting because we're going to listen to this next part and let's see if this sounds like a man that changes ways.
Changing back.
which, again, a lot of people have asked myself, why do I degrade myself in the show? Why don't I eat shit to the show? Why do I take suicides after the show? Not only enough for the time, but stupid shit I've done. Not just the whole cancer thing, but just the last 7 years since 2017.
Even though Bookster, in this video, no less than a minute prior, basically, brushed off the whole cancer thing as if it wasn't a big deal. Like, he's still treating it, and obviously we saw the tweet that he said that he ran through the same list of things that he said before about how to fake cancer. He still believes that he's 100% in the right. Yet, here he is saying, well, I gotta own up to my shit. You're not owning up to your shit. So I don't understand, because I've said this in probably a couple other Bookster videos, that at this point, just own the fact that you still believe that you have cancer or that you're unwilling to admit that you're wrong. Just like roll with it. Because I'm so tired of having to take up, well, I'm not. I like playing it. It's tiresome. Everybody's basically moved past it. We all know that you fake cancer, and that's just the fact of it. If you want to keep pretending like you didn't, and that you didn't blow out of proportion the diagnosis that you got, cool, do that. But don't try and play both sides of the coin.
You don't never got to worry about me beating you up. Yeah, like I can't chase you. Like,
Shit,
I got bone problems, man. Because of the bypass surgery, all the weight I've lost recently, I've lost 40 pounds now in 4 months, which is not a lot, but I mean, it's good. But now I got weak bones, man. You remember I broke my toe? Again,
Mosquito is online.
I'm coming for you, bro.
I bet you're expecting me to come in and say like, oh, sugar with the bookster. No, because, hey, lesson learned. You know, taking some time away from the bookster helps you reevaluate. You need to sit there and say, all of this is just to try and get a reaction. And that's why his content has been middling around, getting 25K views. He's very lucky he has his podcast to fall back on. Because his channel just doesn't have anything. It really doesn't. At this point, we're stuck with him posting these poorly edited, he's trying to clickbait you, but it's not even like good enough to be clickbait. So we're just stuck in this vortex with it, and you know, I'm not positive what we're gonna get out of any of his original content. It seems like most of the entertainment is coming from the podcast, so I guess we'll have that to look forward to when we get there.
Enemies securing Bravo.
Well, you know, the nervous breakdown is really tearing him apart, you know, because he doesn't have any guilt in faking cancer, because he doesn't think that he fake cancer, no matter how much he tries to flip-flop on both sides with that. Oh, I feel bad. Oh, I don't feel bad. Oh, pick up your mind, bookster. And it must be really hard, you know, to sit around all day and play Fallout with your child bride who cleans your entire house for you and makes food for you. And then, you know, you roll out of your couch and you walk into your studio room and you sit down and you play Hearthstone for 3 hours as you do a podcast with everybody else. And then you collect a big old check and you move on to your next thing. Sounds like the life, to be completely honest, I guess, minus the fat being 400 pounds. But hey, if you can't beat him, join him, right? Like, I'm not saying that the audience wouldn't say, hell yeah, I'd love to do that basic nothing ass shit and pretend like that's good enough for me, but Bookster just doesn't. Where's the drive? You know, maybe he does have the drive. Maybe this is like a family album type of thing where he's just documenting things he thinks are fun. It's not necessarily good or interesting for other people, but it's for him. I highly doubt that, but I'm trying to give some leeway here.
So the good news is I'll be uploading to this channel more because I'll need to be, because we'll be making slightly less and maybe slightly worse content. There's a hole in the fence. How long has there been a hole in the fence? Oh my God, those boards are falling down. These...
Oh my God, I can't believe my child bride hasn't made my backyard perfect yet. Get out there and go fix my fence, lady. Can't you see? I can't even stand up for 5 seconds. Go on, go fix it. This is so frustrating. Ugh. Being Bookster so hard. I just have to sit here. Maybe I'll do a second I'm really poor, it's so hard being poor video back here. That would be kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, you got a ride. Yeah, did you box or something at some point? Did you do self-defense? Hey, calm down a little bit. The guy I'm fighting isn't fast. He's not a 98-pound woman. Okay, he's a 500-pound man.
It must be pretty hard to self-admit that, you know, when you're trying to do those scenarios of like, oh, how many 5th graders can you beat up? You know, most men, I would say 99% of men would feel pretty confident that if they were forced to be in a fight against a 98-pound woman, they would take care of business. Bookster, that's too much. That's too much. I'm in my own weight class, literally and metaphorically. If you're skinnier than a 500-pound lamb, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm gonna lose that fight. It's just too difficult.
Hey, yeah, we're not kicking. Do you think a 500-pound man can kick? It's a little bit easier now to walk 40 pounds. Okay?
Yeah.
Ow! Okay, that one actually hurt.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that would actually hurt.
Fucking pussy.
Okay, that's not cool.
It's not.
Are you kidding, bro?
How? You don't know how to play. You don't know how to practice.
You gotta be
I need a professional. I'm gonna need a professional.
Yep. This is what we're stuck with, guys. I'm not even going to harp on it. We all know how terrible that was. Luckily, the whole reason that this video sort of stemmed was because I saw that Bookster had a Halloween shopping video, and there was the Haunted Mansion stream fiasco that went on. And I was like, this is going to be good enough for me to talk about. I like Halloween. I'm into it. So let's go to the Halloween stores.
I'm also on a budget this year, so my budget is effectively zero. So I'm not spending any money.
It's so annoying to listen to Bookster always talk about, oh man, I wish I had money to do things. It's just so hard. Mind you, the camping thing that they just did, I think they made like 25 grand or something. So Bookster's making like 8 G's off of that, plus whatever else, plus the other streams they do throughout the month. So it's whatever, I guess, but Bookster always tries to, man, we're trying to cut back on costs and things like that, and it's like, you're living a very comfortable life. It's not like he tried to push this persona for so long that, man, how am I gonna pay for the electric bill? How am I gonna pay for my doctor? And then poof, all those issues went away. When he can't use it as like a sympathy card, oh, feel bad for me, it goes away. That's weird. That's mysterious. You know, you'll talk about all these different doctors you have to go to, but the date or the time frame might come and go and nothing happens and you never talk about it again. That's just weird.
I don't know. The Pumpkin Tower works a lot better than the Skull Tower, in my opinion. And it's just a little better craftsmanship, too. I'd like that. But again, I just have enough pumpkins. If I was going to get one, something a little more classic like these. Dude, these the plug-in ones, I don't know. These would look nice indoors. We could use some more indoor decorations. I was just talking about the tree too, right? I don't know if that's an outdoor tree. It might just be an indoor tree. But yeah, they very much have a nautical theme this year. Combine it with the pirate from the other place.
That's the guy that has the, he turns the wheel, right?
Yeah, captain. Or navigator maybe. But I don't know, 6 foot. Again, Home Depot this year. Kind of mid. If I had more money than God, I would have probably bought 2 or 3 things in there, but not on a budget. We don't decorate like crazy people anymore.
Oh, I'm so poor, guys. I would have bought the entire store if I wasn't so poor. And the crazy thing is, I've watched like shopping things. Like I really like the great explanation, Satchery, I know. I've seen people that do like retro mall review type of things where they wander around the mall and they talk about different things. These videos could be so, what's the point? Why should I even bother trying to give advice? But whatever. If he did like a voiceover and actually like did camera work, then maybe the videos could be better, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you got Des.
Stinky fuck face. Thank you for the 1,000 bits.
She doesn't even know what a captain is. Can't even, what's that thing? I mean, I guess there's plenty of times I fumbled and stumbled and rumbled over my own words, so maybe I shouldn't be pointing out things. But lastly, out of curiosity, are you guys pro like physical items or inflatable items? I'd be curious as to what type of decorations you're into, because I'm
Cunt Puncher, thanks for the sub.
anti-inflatables.
Spooky Angel Girl. Spooky Angel Girl? You got me. She got me. So if I want to go catch some Pokemans,
Eliminate hostiles and secure their tag.
And
Bloody hell, your aim is shot.
We've taken the lead.
while we pump, we'll share it when we watch that this hot season. I mean, come on now.
They for real? They for real made this video as an excuse to go buy candy at different stores, man. Oh, look at this pumpkin-shaped, piece of candy I could buy. That's so,
I'm taking fire.
that's so quirky of me. me, Bookster, I trust me, guys. I wanted to buy decorations. That's why I didn't buy any. And Desi bought a hat, and I bought a piece of candy. And she said, "That scared me, bro." Bro, that scared me. That's spooky, bro. That's so spooky. I can't believe that. Bookster getting candy? Oh, who could have predicted that happening? So we get to the end, and they are planning on doing on Lolcat Live a haunted house, haunted mansion live stream type of thing. Once again, Keemstar doesn't have to participate. He can just dictate what he wants them to do, and they'll fall in line, baby. Except one of them doesn't really follow through. The other one does, and we'll start with the booster.
The audio is cutting out a lot. We can't. You're like, we can barely hear you.
The audio's cutting out a lot.
No, not on that. On the phone. Turn off noise suppression on the Discord.
Oh my God.
Index the scariest thing about all this is the stairs.
Index pointing down. Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV is on station.
Alright, I'll get the
So you have to give some prompts, you know, as much as you guys might not like Keemstar or Wings or Boogie or the entire live stream show podcast thing they do. They have made some efforts to try and do some things that aren't just sitting there and talking. So you have to give some credit to them, right? Bookster actually went to what looked like a decent haunted house thing and streamed it, did his reactions. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be this podcast without technical errors and failures all over the place. So there were issues there, but you have to give some props. However, the whole reason why I wanted to include this stream is because if you can't tell, you got hairless Wings sitting in the bottom, and you're like, what? Did he already go on his haunted house trip? What's up with that? Let's hear the story with Wings, because obviously Wings is a man with commitment. Somebody says, hey man, we need you to come through for us. How about the show? Make the show better. You want to know what Wings does? He makes the show better.
Well, I give you 3 hours to prep for it. That's 3 hours.
This should in 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks from now, we need to do this.
And during those 3 hours, we spent all day on Discord talking to you. Wait, Wings, Wings, why'd you say you had 3 hours?
Because when you told me yesterday, I wake up at 3 in the afternoon right now. So like I'm up at like 1 or 2 in the morning. You're not gonna call or talk to anybody at that time. And like going to bed like 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning, sleep until 3. That gives me like 3 or 4 hours to actually do something.
So you think we should do less work? That's gonna help the show.
I think we should do less work but higher quality. You think I want to go to a haunted house? I've literally got a gallbladder that's failing me right now. You want me to walk around in a haunted house and get scared? Let me be the host. You go do the haunted house shit.
You don't want to leave the house. You don't want to drive to a haunted house. You just don't want to. You don't want to stream it. You don't want to do it. You just don't want to do it.
I don't know. I'll tell you straight up, I don't want to do it, but I will do it.
For your shares. You're getting the lowest amount. No respect on that.
Somewhere. They want to see drama that's legitimate.
Wings gets one thing right through all of this, right? He gets it right that the most interesting part between Boogie and Wings is when they do failures like this. When they mess up and they screw everything over, they ruin the show, they make it that much better. And that's what the people are actually invested in. And he's right about that. However, you know, Keemstar runs up on him because he actually follows through and he goes to a haunted house. He has to drive like an hour and a half round trip or something like that to go do it. And Wings is just getting humiliated the entire time. I'm not going to go into it because it's a Bookster video. You can go watch one of the Detraction channels if you want to. Breaking Bacon did a good video about it. But any man who can set his own parameters for sleeping hours, and this is the crazy part, right? Because Kelly works a normal job, Wings is probably deliberately staying up because he hates Kelly and doesn't want to be around her. So he'll stay up when she is in bed so he doesn't have to lay next to her. And then when she gets up, he goes to bed. And they basically never have to interact with each other. What a sad, pathetic life, man. It's so sad. Either way, this has been the, I don't know, Boogie Spooktober extravaganza or whatever I'm going to title this thing. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
There's just nothing I like seeing more than somebody do something bad, but then immediately get karma for it. I love it. I need it. I like it. We've got a few different versions of that today, but let's just start light. This one says, Mickey shames dad for not watching his kid. Mickey's like, my job's on the line, and he's recording. I'm sorry, it's so satisfying. I just have to watch the last part again. The sign language this dude is communicating while he's in the Mickey costume is hilarious. Don't watch your kid get knocked over and start recording. You watch this kid. And Mickey ain't losing his job today. Watch it again, watch it again. Oh my God, it's too cute. It's too cute. Imagine getting embarrassed by Mickey Mouse. Oh, you're not living that down. And you know what? Guess who's also not living this down? This lady.
Warrant for your arrest.
I literally watched all of these videos on Reddit already. No thanks. Oh, fuck it. In such a bad mood. Friday night. I kind of want the world to end. The advice chat. Hey, goat fucker, thanks for the 1 billion bits.
Vandalism for what? For what?
Vandalism for what? Editor, come back to the other clip.
I'm pregnant. I can't go to
Arrest him
jail.
for what?
He hits her. What do you mean?
Okay,
you
did
don't
you press
know
charges?
nothing. Why
He
are you
put his
here?
fucking hands on me.
Did you press charges?
Hey, I fucked your grandma, thanks for the sub.
No.
Exactly.
You gotta record
You need
this
to
shit,
come out
bro.
and step out with us, please.
No, she's not going
She
nowhere.
needs to come out with us
Not
right
going
now.
nowhere.
Do not close.
I love how they really tried. She can't go. She's pregnant. Oh, Officer Michael, did you know she was pregnant? No, I didn't know that, Officer
Cunt punter, you gotta stop donating, man. You're too generous, cunt punter.
Carmichael. Okay, well, what should we do? Oh, we can't take her in now. She says she's pregnant. Sorry about the inconvenience, ma'am. We'll just be on our way.
I'm gonna close the door because she's not going nowhere.
Step out the house.
No, I'm
You
gonna
have 5
go.
seconds, man. Step out.
In
We're trying
5
to make
seconds?
this easy for you. So either you step out the house or we go in there.
You're not coming in.
Where's the
What?
Okay, I could go by myself.
Okay. She tried to run! Girl.
Dummies!
That's what I'm here for. That is what I'm here for.
I didn't see this
When it
part
comes
on
to
Reddit.
dinner,
Thank you,
I'm
Buzz.
convinced that everybody wants 2 things. Something tasty and to not have to clean it up. I mean, sure, maybe you don't hate cleaning and maybe you don't care what you eat, but I do, okay? And if you're like me, then try Factor. Factor gets delivered to your doorstep, and if you're ready to eat, you can take one right out of the box and throw it in the microwave, and boom, guess who's not hungry anymore? You. And guess who doesn't have to clean it up? You. Isn't that the best part? Now, listen, they have so many different types of meals. They have, keto meals, they have Calorie Smart, or just the regular chef's choice where they send you all the tasty ones and just cycle through all the different recipes. But if you've been a Factor user for a while and you want to switch it up, guys, they've got the Gourmet Plus options. Now look, I like my chicken and my cauliflower mashed potatoes from Factor. I know if y'all have had Factor before, you were surprised how good the cauliflower mashed potatoes were, weren't you? You looked at that and you said, oh, okay. And the Gourmet Plus meals,
This is terrible.
Day next month. One is called Angry Dad of your next 50.
See ya. This one is
I
called
love you still,
Angry
though,
Dad
boss. Goddamn,
Snaps on
you are
Streamer for catcalling his underage
idiots.
daughter. Ooh, I love an angry dad.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
Now like you.
Come here. Where you going? Come here. Come here, little blondie. Little Taylor Swift looking ass bitch. Hey, bro, then why is she out this late, bro? What? Why is she out this late? This is Hollywood, bro. Why is she out this late? Because we just went on a father-daughter date at dinner.
So I live in a really small apartment, but there's a cute courtyard, like middle of the building, and it's up in apartments kind of surround it, kind of overlook it. I can see right across the way my neighbor. They got a big screen on the wall, and I can see it, and they are always watching dog shit. I always look at watching like, what the f-? It's like, are they watching sports? What is this? It's kind of sports? It's rugby? I think they're watching rugby. But I can't be sure. I'm always confused. I never want to look over there because I'm always like, I don't get it. Thank you.
That's great. I apologize, bro. I'm not trying to disrespect you in any way possible. I totally apologize.
If I were you, I would just shut the fuck up.
No problem.
Every time I get a notification on my phone, I'm like, oh, where are my banned? Who banned me? Who took down my post?
Hey, bro, come here, little blondie. Little Taylor Swift looking ass bitch. Hey, bro, then why is she out this late, bro? What? Why is she out this late? This is Hollywood, bro. Why is she out this late? Because we just went on a father-daughter date at dinner. That's great. I apologize, bro. I'm not trying to disrespect you in any way possible. I totally apologize.
If I were you, I would just shut the fuck up.
No problem. I didn't know she
I hate that shit though. Fucking tough guy. Hate that tough guy shit. Hate it. I saw this video on Reddit once. This guy was road raging and he came out of his car with a pistol in his hand. Goes up to the door of whoever he's raging at, like screaming something. It was in his right hand, and out of the view of the person in the car, he switched hands. He put the weapon in his left hand, then he pointed with his right, and the guy in the car shot him in the face. Dropped like a sack of potatoes there, standing outside that door, raging, going from raging to limp. The guy in that car is my fucking hero.
Stop catcalling after women.
Bro, why are you coming at me like that, bro?
Don't tell me about coming at me. You just entered my world, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm sorry. Yeah, be tough, bro. Be tough. Fucking tough guys drop like sacks of potatoes in certain circumstances.
Yeah.
Be nice. It's my hood, bro.
I love how he says, yo, this is my hood. Be nice. It's my hood. Be nice. It's my hood. That's hilarious.
She's 15. What's he hanging out with a 15-year-old girl?
It's his daughter. What an idiot. Holy that's so embarrassing. Afterwards, like, he can't even admit he's wrong, so he's like, what is he doing out with a 15-year-old? Again! I personally really like the part where the dad came back and got right up in his face and said, you shut the fuck up. Also, yes, I do know that when I'm genuinely tickled, I slap my knee, okay? A knee slapper is a knee slapper, okay? And I have to get the energy out of my body somehow. So if it's funny, it's getting slapped, okay? All right, this one is Karen versus Skaters, Assault Edition. For a little context from Instagram, it says, this video begins seconds after this woman threw a skater's board in the river. Another skater goes up to her to confront her about why she had done that, and she goes berserk. Hey, look, let me tell you something right now. If you are chasing around minors barefoot in public, nobody's looking at you like you're the sane one, okay?
for real. Take that bitch to jail. Fucking weirdo. Take her to jail with no shoes. Walk around in the fucking pen. Sticky ass floor with no shoes. Fucking psycho.
This is embarrassing. Am I tripping or does she look crazy right here chasing after these boys? Coming up over the hill with perfect posture. It's a little too much, like arms akimbo. Like, dude. What are you doing? Oh my God. You're going to jail. Yeah, you're going to jail. Wow. Yo. What is she doing?
Change it back.
Oh my God. I wasn't expecting that. This is the boy that she threw his board in the river and he's crying because he said his board cost, what did he say, $200? Oh my God.
$200? Fuck you, bitch.
Oh my God. And now she's barefoot in the river? Girl.
Better to be barefoot in the river.
Okay, let's throw her in the water. Wow. Wow, I really hate this lady right now. The other thing is,
because people are stoned.
boys, they were
Everybody
surrounding her.
sucks.
She was pushing them, screaming at them, yelling at them, and not
Even
one
me,
of
I'll
them
admit
put
it.
their hands on her. They all said, "Hey, you fucking crazy lady!" And then, in a moment after she had thrown the boys $300 skateboard in the river, they threw her shoes in, which I think is funny, but they look right at her.
I'll be the first one to say, I don't know.
So that's the caliber of the boys that she's antagonizing. And this is what, dude?
Beat that bitch's ass.
Leave.
She's having a fucking breakdown.
Dude, nobody's taking her side in this situation, okay? One in the chat if this lady is just a literal piece of garbage that should have a seat. Two in the chat if you're like, oh, well, maybe I can see where she's coming from. It's okay if you're a two. I always accept my two, but I'm feeling this is going to be an overwhelming time that we're all
The
just
asshole
like,
hemlock
one, no
ain't.
matter what happened before this, I don't care if these boys were coming up in a trio and skating right up to her and hitting her in the butt with her board. What is your ideal response to that happening to you? To look at them and say, what are these kids doing? And get up and leave. That's generally the response that we want to have to children that are antagonizing us, right? Like, get up and walk away from the children. You're an adult. This is a very embarrassing reaction to that.
The whole, like, I'm gonna be 100. The whole being adult. Adults suck and they're morons and they do dumb as shit. There are kids that are smarter than adults. There are a lot of stupid kids within the room. I fucking hate them. But I hate adults too. Such bunches of stupid. Cute. Bye.
You know what's so scary about this too? If she goes online first, like on Facebook or TikTok.
Don't get me wrong.
because
I'm not trying to
this
say I'm
video just
above and
kinda
beyond. I'm a
started
fucking idiot
in
too.
the- We were
Fucking
given the
idiot for
context that she
fucking-
threw the boy's board in the water, and then we saw
just
proof of that,
being
the
here.
boy crying and
Whoa.
pointing to the river saying, "Oh my God, my board." If she had gotten her on socials first and she said, "Oh my God, like they did this and they did this," you know, it's because they're the first person. And I know I'm this type of person too. I usually really take the first person's kind of story at face value. It's just what happens to us, you know? And then it's like whoever says it first, afterwards you gotta come in and like fix it or prove it a different way or something. And the fact that these kids have done nothing, and she literally is like, "You assaulted me, you touched me inappropriately, sexually." Like, that's terrifying. What are these kids, these boys water.
Knock her out. Push that bitch in the river.
Finally, some adults. Please tell me that boy got a new board. I hope he got a nice one. Real quick, we have an update. Since a video of the incident went viral, the Denver residents have gifted the 11-year-old with 3 complete skateboards.
He's
a deck,
11?
skate shoes, and a pair of shorts, says the mother. A group of parents
Doesn't even have fucking hair on his
from
balls.
Carlson's former elementary school also got him a gift.
What a fucking bitch.
Wow. Dude, that face she just made, you guys see it? The guy is just sitting at her like this, and her facial expression was like, I did not expect that one to be that crazy. I guess not so much instant karma, but, you know, that video did go up. You did see it. And he got a new board. I'll take it. This one comes from Disney World. It's the Epcot Public Freakout. I'm arguing with females. Okay, alright. Can we get some instant karma here, please?
1069.
I hate line cutters. I hate line cutters. Nothing gets me more than a line cutter. And like, you know what? If somebody cuts in front of me, like in line, I'm not gonna say anything, but a curse. With my eyes, I will stare at you and I will think that is the worst thing, and then maybe it's gonna happen. Who knows? A curse. I do not like line cutters. There's something about a curse. Oh, girl. This is not it. Those boys are not your friends.
I played football at the University of Central Florida.
Oh, hey, how'd that turn out for him? Give me name.
Requesting recon flyover. Throwing septic.
He ain't got no money. He ain't got a dollar. You know what? When people got a little coin, they got a little coin. They don't want people to ask for money. They don't want people to rob them. They don't want people to have money. They don't see. They also don't just, you know, bark out, I got money when they're in the wrong. That's hilarious. Imagine somebody does something blatantly wrong and their response is, I got money. What? Okay, are we about to enter into litigation? What does this have to do with anything?
I'd like to know the family that is part of all of us to do.
Loser. Oh my god. And with the light on. I love how right after he says don't give them any attention, and then he literally puts a spotlight on them seconds later. Like, you can't make this up. What are we confused in the head? Whatever it takes to win.
Fuck you, Michael Myers.
Dude, these kids really think they're the shit. What's yours? Tell us yours. Tell us yours.
You're fucking weird. What are you recording me for? You watch me on Saturdays. You and your family tailgate outside of my stadium.
Oh my god. The fact that all of them are like this is insane. Because you know they're all gonna hate each other in 6 months. This family is already broken up. But the time I'm recording this, they're not friends. They're already talking shit about each other. It's by moving with each other and yeah, someone said there's a Mean Girls type of group. They are Mean Girls. Ooh, I like calling them Mean Girls. Those are Mean Girls. All of them. Look at those Mean Girls. What do we need to
search? What do we need to search? Say it.
Gotta get gone.
He made an apology video saying he isn't really a football player. Man and group that went viral for cutting Epcot line does not, in fact, say for use of the football team set. The football team that he said he played for came out and denounced him. Holy fucking oh my god, that is too good. Also, can I just say, yo, guys, the ride they were about to get on was soaring around the world. Y'all went to war over the softest fucking roller coaster at Disney World. Bro, I thought they were cutting for Space Mountain. I thought they were cutting for the new Avengers ride. Because that's just fire. But no, soaring around the world. God bless. His name is Quadwell Braithwaite, and he's being absolutely shredded on TikTok. I'm just reading a comment. IG already went no comment. His workout company is being flamed to drop him. He put out 2 apology videos claiming all of the childish behavior was in response to hard R's being dropped on him. UCF football already put out a statement that he never was. He never has been a player there. And TikTok already found his socials and full names of his other friends in the video. And apparently, his mother. You know, it's interesting. That one didn't really have instant karma, but it was hilarious and it had later karma. So you know what? We'll keep it. It was a good one. This one says, satisfying video of cops stopping rude bicyclists.
Did you see the signs back there? Everybody else on this real quick. And yet, you come down in your path, you get your herd mentality, and you think you can blow through our city. And then when somebody accidentally honks at you, you give them the finger, and then you call us and say,
I saw this fucking shit on Reddit too. Seeing all this shit on Reddit. Okay.
Taking effective fire!
Oh, that fucking good shot.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
Looks like my noise gate's working. I love that. One thing's working in my fucking ear. That's 5 6.
X-ray down.
Somebody close. Around the corner. I can see it coming already. Genius.
The mission's complete. Good work.
people are being rude to you. As a whole, I'm generalizing, of course. I'm not singling any of you out. But you all did run the stop sign. Plain as
Dude, a flock of cyclists running the stop sign, and then the officer coming and yelling at them, and all of them being pissed and grumpy about it like school kids is hilarious.
I never stopped running stop sign for club. Guaranteed. What's that? I just stopped talking. You didn't? No, I didn't. You stopped? Yes. Anybody vouch for him? Anybody see him stop? I understand what you're saying. I didn't. Were you riding in this group? I was riding. When I saw the group came by. Oh, okay. All right, can we just... I think you're a liar. Okay? You're a liar. Can we just hear the officer?
Bro, he got the full helmet on. Is that a microphone? Like, what is...
He's gonna get a ticket. Everybody else can go. They got...
Nah, he's getting the ticket. Everybody else, get out of here. This is too good.
Thanks for the 10,000 biddies, ass eater.
Last time that we looked at TikTok's most dysfunctional family, things were worse than ever. The patriarch of the family, Papa Chew, had just been thrown in jail, and the rest of the family found themselves embroiled in numerous controversies, from drama with Brother Chew's ex to Mama Chew's habit of using some pretty offensive words in her live streams. Everyone, including Sophia, had their own problem, but as 2024 came around, things would get so much worse. More legal troubles,
This Kiwi Tapes guy's
problems,
got the weirdest
more
fucking
living situation issues.
Weirds me out.
Just when I thought this story was dying
Would be
down,
smoke.
things pop off once again. Today we are going to be covering the majority of the Slidell family's 2024, all of the controversies they found themselves in, and exactly where each member of the family is today. If you haven't watched my previous Tofia Chew video, it's not necessary, but I highly recommend you watch it as it breaks down each member of the family and why they're so infamous online. But a short summary would be that Tofia Chew, the daughter of this family, went viral on TikTok for a number of cringe posts. And upon the public's discovery of her, they also delved into her family, who turned out to be just as entertaining. The cherry on top was the controversies that each member of the family found themselves in, leading to their status as infamous characters online. And I wish I could say these last couple months would be any different. In fact, it's been the exact opposite. Tofia Chew would start off the year with a bang by finding herself in...
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I think my absolute favorite thing in the world for younger than me, look old. Life is long, look old. My life has been long with me. And with my pussy.
Yet another controversy. Tofia claimed that she was fostering a cat. The cat was real, but I highly doubt that she was fostering it. Her living situation doesn't exactly bode well for fostering animals. They already have a small dog called Hershey, who has been seen to be incredibly angry and has also been seen to urinate and defecate on
My
the
first
floors
stick urinate
because
kill,
Tofia
yay.
and the family are too lazy to take it outside. People knew that there would be issues with this cat, and they were completely correct. Tofia was seen feeding the cat the exact same dog food that she gave Hershey, her dog, and the cat seemed generally unhappy, screaming all the time during her live streams. Viewers were extremely concerned with this situation and rightly contacted the proper authorities. Animal control would rehome the cat and also revealed that they had never fostered any animals with Tofia. It appears that Tofia either purchased or adopted this cat. The only reason I can think of her doing this is because she thought it would bring backlash to her getting another pet, but instead of obtaining another one, she was fostering it out of the kindness of her heart. This would be a completely different situation if we all weren't well aware of how her dog Hershey was living. And speaking of Hershey, I have some terrible news. For those who have seen my previous video, you know that I love this little guy. Hershey doesn't take any of the family's crap, so it's with a heavy heart that I tell you Hershey is most likely no longer with us. Hershey ran out the Slidell front door during an altercation with Tofia and her neighbor.
So anyway, I was sitting here, the door was cracked open, and I heard, like 2 hours fighting, like attacking each other, and I said, that's Hershey, because I recognize Hershey's girl everywhere. And so this big black dog ran up to my mom, ran up to Hershey, the door was cracked open. I thought, because the area we were in, I remember I had seen wolves and stuff, so I thought it was a wolf. Until I looked, I got up to go out the door, looked, the black thing was that way, the black thing was...
Thanks for the sub, Grandma's butt nuggets.
This way, out the door, and there's this big dog chasing Hershey. I couldn't manage to get the dog in. I went real quick to close the door. Hershey had run out. And then it's sitting right there. The owner is in the door. The other owner is in here. Their dog is sitting right there. They decided to grab their dog when Hershey leaped out of the roof. So they had the dog by the collar. First she was like, come here, like she wasn't even doing anything. Her dog was sitting right there, like, see her. Our dog is outside. I was trying to make sure the dog's not gonna eat anything else or eat other animals. I don't know how vicious this
Fucking arrows everywhere, yay! Look at this guy.
So we left the dogs in half on the side of the road.
Dead too, bitch.
Like they got it over Hershey.
This whole situation is a tough thing for me to cover because half of me is actually devastated that Hershey is gone, and the other half can't help but chuckle anytime Mama Chu lets out that beautiful cough, which I've noticed each member of the family also seems to be developing, but I digress. Hershey's loss is devastating to the
Using tear gun! Enemy! Dusted him! Captured 2 objectives. Secure. Hostile care package inbound. Hostile UAV in the area. Deploy the Mosquito. Securing objective Bravo. We're losing Charlie.
Meet Tophia Chu and the Slide L's.
Notice of non-treatment.
If you're scamming people, Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that.
I am teasing like a baby. Eat vegetables. Eat those meals.
We control
Tophia, along with her mother Mama Chu, father Papa Chu, and brother Chu, are one of the most infamous families on TikTok, if not in content creation as a whole. Because in the last 2 years, they have left a trail of absolute insanity and revealed each and every one of themselves to be detestable in one way or another. In this video, I will be covering some of their history, where they are today, and of course, the antics of each family member, one at a time. Starting with the golden child, Tophia Chu. Tophia Slidell is 29 years old from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and considers herself to be a professional TikTok and
I'm literally 15 years older than her, and I look so
is that she loves K-pop bands, BTS in particular. She also loves Mountain Dew. I've rarely seen her drink water, and she also loves to draw. Being the artist of the now famous Mickey
44, baby.
who quickly became a fan favorite
Look
for
like I'm
obvious
20.
reasons. As I just stated, Tophia Chu is a TikToker, going
So
viral
much hair.
numerous times for cringe videos, and a video series called The Boss's Daughter, where she would portray the daughter of a mob boss.
She's 29, looks like she's
her
fucking
first taste of being popular on TikTok. But it became clear pretty quickly that these people were not here to admire Tophia's work, and they would catch her saying some things that got people to truly despise her.
What do you want it used to be? 40's the new 30, bitch.
Teenagers who she seems to have some sort of obsession with. People would also begin to notice that the family struggled for money, as Tophia was always begging people to donate to her. Tophia also was known to spend exorbitant amounts of money on DoorDash and DoorDashed items, not just limiting it to food. I once saw her order 5 below items from DoorDash. A bunch of unnecessary plastic junk when she was going online and begging people to pay their rent. She would also pull
You see the
refund
humping.
scams on
You missed
local
it.
DoorDash delivery drivers, getting her blacklisted from the refund system as a whole. And as I stated previously, numerous GoFundMe-esque scams where she would ask people to donate so that she and her family wouldn't be homeless, only to turn around and spend the money on something else. People have also raised concerns over hygiene and living issues. The first being that the place was absolutely infested with cockroaches.
Ask this a lot.
Their appearance-
You asked this a lot, Activision. I always give you the same answer. Excellent. Oh, well, thank you. No. Thank you. Why not play Arena Shipment? I've only played it once. I'm gonna play it again. Yay! Eat my dick. Drinking White Claw tonight because it's Friday. Fuck yeah, baby. Fuck yeah.
But this isn't just White Claw. This is White Claw Surge. Extreme White Claw. At what, 8% alcohol per volume? And this is number 3 for me tonight. Feeling good. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Appearances on camera became so frequent that the community dubbed them all under one name, Roach Chew.
Right there. The storm is coming.
But the roaches are far from the most disturbing thing in that house. You see, originally this video was supposed to just be about Tofia. I didn't even know if I was going to include details about her family. But after seeing a couple videos that her father had released on his own, and some where he just barged into Tofia's, it became very clear that Tofia was one of the least interesting members of the family.
That wasn't a fucking kill. Did I already get it? And I just didn't even notice. Ain't that a beat?
When you smile, man.
Instantly changed expressions.
You know what? You are very special. You are very special. And I'm gonna take care of you in a very good way. You are special to me. And the world.
I'm wounded. That was the voice of Donald Fitzgerald Slidell, also known as Papa Chew, and also known as Ezekiah Mordecai Usario. We'll get into that here in a minute. There's no better way to explain it other than to show you this video of Papa Chew explaining his teeth. The man is absolutely insane, like in a clinical sense.
I know my teeth. My teeth are gonna grow back. I'm 58. I'm 58 years old, and I am teething. Right now, I am teething like a baby.
Why, motherfucker?
No. I did not go to court.
Papa Chew is believed to have a number of mental health problems, including schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, and also somewhat of a pyromaniac. He will light these small fires inside, and it's gotten them into a lot of trouble with their apartment complex. It seems to have some kind of religious connotation for him. He will light these fires and leave crosses with green masking tape all around the walls of the apartment. In going live on TikTok, he will have these religious sermons where he refers to himself as Ezekiah Mordecai Usario, seeing himself as some kind of religious figurehead. But that's not all that Papa Chew is. He's also a con artist.
Target area updated. Move to the hard point. Fire! We've lost the lead. Tossing septic!
It's no joke. Papa Chew has founded a fake bank and everything, joining Ozark International Bank. Hi, how are you? To join Ezekiah Mordecai Fusaria, OSB Global Q, and the Ozark International Bank of America Government World Bank, you must first be an investor. Once you are an investor, you will be enrolled into the Byzantine Membership Program. Please deposit your investment fund into... Yeah, I'm going to have to blur a bunch of that out. Donald will make these statements all over Twitter and Reddit, and it has been alleged that Donald has used this to actually con a few people out of some money. Another thing you notice his post is that it's marked 18 and up on Reddit. Papa Chew has a serious problem posting illicit photos of himself to public platforms on social media, the internet equivalent of a guy in a trench coat. And this type of behavior is not just limited to Twitter and Reddit. I want to say first that Papa Chew and Mama Chew are legally married, and Papa Chew seems to have a weakness for practitioners of the world's oldest profession, stating in one video, which I cannot show here, that if he ran everything like he requested the government to pay him to, the streets would be lined with ladies of the night. As I'm sure many of you expected, this gets him into a lot of trouble with his wife, Mama Chew. But it seems to be especially bad when Papa Chew will boot up his TikTok live and start flirting with any person he thinks is female in the comments. This has happened more times than I can count, but here are some of the, well, I don't know if best is the right word, but that's what I'll use.
Dusted him. Secure the area. Enemy UAV active. Under fire.
If you want to dance, send a request. Well, come on, let's do it.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't do that. I'm sorry.
Stick around.
Yeah. That's my wife, Marie Bernice Lucero.
I'm with you.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Stop sticking your tongue out to the ladies, okay?
Okay.
Yo.
That's all you have to say. That's all you have
That's
to
all
say.
you gotta say.
That's all you have to say. Just say stop sticking your tongue out. Okay? Okay.
Crazy.
Get off the phone, Donald, and stay off.
Send me an email to Mordecai Global.
Nobody sends you an email. Get off the phone.
Maria, this might be a good call.
No, it's not. I don't care. You don't have hold on. Just hang up.
I gotta go.
Due to these kinds of escapades or his flat-out
It's either gonna go back, yo.
Donald will go missing for prolonged periods of time. One time, he was gone for so long that the Slidell family filed a missing persons report for him, but have also grown weary of living with him as his mental health continues to decline. Even though the family relies on his disability checks to survive, it seems like his actions have caused his family to harbor little love for him. But the one who seems to hate him the most is the next family member we're gonna cover, Mama Chew.
Hostile SAE near your position. Enemy UAV active.
Good job, Maria. Good job, baby.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Even though Mama Chew isn't quite as active as Papa Chew, she will still stream often from an app called Station Ed. She will sing, talk, and defend Tofia tooth and nail. Mama Chew gets herself in trouble quite often with Tofia for being extremely racist on these Station Ed live streams, leading Mama Chew to double down.
No! You said it! Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
They say it 2 gifts now.
Hostile airstrike. Guardian has been
Check your fire. My next bullet goes through.
Mom, you have to apologize. Fine, don't apologize.
That shirt's too big and too orange.
Mama Chew does have one really good point. Tofia didn't apologize for the things that she said either. In the past, Mama Chew has also stated that she was a quote-unquote party girl when she was younger. Meeting Papa Chew now her husband at a nightclub and leading to a rumor which I want to add is not confirmed in any way that Papa Chew isn't even Tofia's real father. Personally, I just attribute it to Mama Chew's extremely strong genetics, which are not only prominent in Tofia, but also the next family member that we're about to cover, Brother Chew. Brother Chew is the member of the family that the least is known about. Many speculate that he has some kind of anger issue based on the way that he talks to Tofia, the rest of his family, and his ex-girlfriend Angie. You see, Brother Chew and Angie were dating off and on for quite some time, and whenever things would turn sour, Angie would hop on a TikTok live stream and expose the whole family for being filthy and abusive. This enraged Brother Chew, causing him to fully dox her to all of his fans, throw all of her clothes into his dumpster, and go to her location whenever she went live. Angie alleged multiple instances of physical abuse from Brother Chew onto her, and Brother Chew has confirmed that it has gotten physical in the past. There's not really much to say about Brother Chew except for his real name is Donald Slidell Jr. He keeps off social media mostly, and he was recently arrested at an underground street racing event. There is one more member of the family I would like to show you before we get into the recent Tofia Chew and Slidell updates. And this one isn't even human. It's Hershey the dog, who happens to be my favorite member of that family by far. I mean, in my opinion, the only other competition is Roach Chew at this point. If I could describe Hershey in one word, it would be angry.
No, you gotta pay rent. Give me your money.
And Hershey has every right to be pissed. They don't even own a leash for her. They have somehow trained this dog to urinate on puppy pads, and even more impressively into
They don't take the dog out?
cups. The sad reality is that Hershey is often abused and is almost never taken outside. Its whole life is
Oh
spent
my
in
God,
roach
that is
puppy.
straight up animal
I've seen a
abuse.
video of Tofia
That is-
hitting her with a hairbrush, so it's
Wow. I mean, you know, everything he's been saying so far has been pretty, you know, horrifying. You know, like, I don't want to be that person, but when it comes to abusing animals, it just something in the human psyche just kind of like pops off, for at least most of us.
It's no wonder that she has to be that angry just to survive in that household. All jokes about the dog not wanting to pay rent aside, it's a very sad situation. And as time went on in the story, things would get worse for each of the family members that I previously mentioned. Now that I've given you a brief overview of each family member, we're going to get into the most recent sagas. And in my opinion, this all kicked off when it was revealed that Papa Chew was no longer paying rent on the apartment.
We're screwed! Blanche! He hasn't been paying the rent! We owe $2,000! 3-day notice of non-payment! I told you they were piling it up! Why? Because they added up because of COVID. We owe a lot of rent. It piled up.
The website and said we didn't owe anything.
Well, we owe that.
Relying on someone as insane as Papa Chew to pay your rent Well, you basically were asking for that to happen. The man doesn't even show up for his own court cases half the time. But if you know anything about Tofia, then you know she has an excuse for everything, claiming that she was evicted because of her popularity on TikTok.
And I know I'm not a piece of shit. You want to know why? People are mad that I have 200,000 followers. People are mad that I can go live every day on TikTok and they can't. That's why I'm evicted, because people are mad. Wow. And everyone knows that. People have made videos stating that.
Nobody made videos like that. In fact, it was the exact opposite. People began to call her out on her spending habits and her unwillingness to get a job, with Tofia stating that one time she was fired from a Dunkin' Donuts because of hygiene issues. Mama Chew and Papa Chew don't have jobs either, so Tofia thinks that she's supporting the family through her TikTok lives, when in reality she's begging for people to give her money so she doesn't go homeless, while she's spending that exact same money on various DoorDashed items. With them being able to stay at the house for a while after being formally evicted, Tofia was able to run this fake homelessness scam for quite some time. All of this attention led her to a TikTok live one day with a woman called Aunt Karen, who was there to get to the bottom of what Tofia was doing with this money she was begging off of her fans. And when people started laying some hard truths onto Tofia, she didn't take it very well.
What about the Asian corn then? What about the Asian teen corn?
I wanna actually ask about that. That is not edited because there is a screen recording from your live of that exact screen.
There is the person. Okay, so the person that people are posting in the comments, Space Kitten, posted the unedited photo. Be accountable enough, and the only reason why people are going, like my mom says, a witch hunt, is because I won't get off social media. Because they say social media is not a job. You need to get off social media. Like they.
Tofia, it was a live though. You're saying people edited the photo, but if you're doing a live, and I don't know how people saw your screen. Was it your phone screen? How did people see you look up Asian teen?
Can I explain it? Can I explain it from a?
Please do.
So. You know, on iPhones, when you scroll all the way to the left, it shows all your widgets. It shows everything like that. It also shows your search history in the widgets. That's exactly where it was, and your search history does not lie.
It doesn't show a search history in
yes,
the
it
widgets.
does, Tofia. I'm sorry.
That's very obvious to me, Tofia. I see the teen corn there. You were looking at Asian teen corn. So for whatever reason you were doing that. Now you're sitting here. You did spend money. Going back and forth, going to Comic-Con. You wasted money going to Comic-Con when you could have put the money towards your moving costs. I don't think anyone should give you money to move. I don't think anybody should do that. And if you do give her money to move, that's on you. That's what I think. I think you're scamming people. Tofia, don't do that. Tofia, don't do that. Tofia, don't do that. Tofia, don't do that. I need you, listen, Tofia, I need you to understand what we're trying to do here. Tofia, come down on you hard. I'm not trying to come down on you hard. Unmute your mic so we can talk about this. I want you to understand why this is happening and where this is coming from. What we don't want to happen is people to be sending you money. You have the ability, Tofia.
As you saw in the video, as soon as Tofia started crying, Mama Chew ran to her defense. But Mama Chew was gonna take it a step further than that. She went live on Station Head to give Aunt Karen a piece of her mind. And of course, keeping in line with Mama Chew's brand, being incredibly racist.
I'm not going to this. Stop calling.
I'm taking fucking rounds.
Mom, don't use that word. Hello? What do you want?
I'm taking fucking rounds.
Why am I calling who? Mom, just hang up. This is Marie Lucero. I'm sorry. I called him. I didn't call him. No.
One thing that I forgot to mention earlier is just how much Mama Chew coughs, sometimes begging Tofia Chew for water. Things would continue like this for quite some time. Tofia would scam her audience, they would stay in the house past eviction, and of course, all fight tooth and nail with each other and the audience. That is, until January 16th. 2023. Papa Chew was having some kind of episode and police were called over to Tofia Chew's apartment. And Papa Chew, resisting the police and blocking the door, was charged with false imprisonment, 3 counts. The police claimed because Papa Chew had blocked their path of exit that they had to charge him with this. Even after Tofia, Mama Chew, and Brother Chew had gotten out of the apartment, Hershey the dog and of course Papa Chew were still inside, struggling with the police, who ended up deploying tear gas on Papa Chew and poor Hershey. This seemed to do the trick, and Papa Chew was taken away, never to set foot in that apartment again. Despite the fact that the door was busted open and that there was tear gas residue everywhere, Tofia, Mama Chew, Brother Chew, and Hershey had nowhere else to go. So they returned to the apartment, which I might add they are still in the process of being evicted from, where they would withstand the landlord's many attempts to get them out of the place.
System is for you to make money, and you live with your grandma at her house, fired from Taco Bell. Talk about that. Since you want to talk about my situation so much, goofy.
With no heat and no running water, they were eventually forced to move out of the apartment, making the Slidell family now officially homeless. They would stay at a homeless shelter for a couple days where Tofia would infamously live stream from with a green screen behind her. But either not liking the situation or not being allowed to stay, they spend the majority of their time these days in a car, or if they're lucky enough that week, a hotel room. Tofia still doesn't have a job, and the family still relies on Papa Chew's disability. Mama Chew and Brother Chew still seem to be living with Tofia out of the car and out of hotels, along with Hershey, who is rumored to have been put down, but these rumors have been confirmed false recently. I'm still really rooting for the little dude. She's a fighter. The situation with Tofia, her brother and mother, is tumultuous at best. Despite them going to new locations all the time, Tofia still has a serial habit of doxing her residents. And as trolls are known to do, they posted it on Grindr, leading someone to attempt to break in one night.
You tried to come in. I didn't do anything. I haven't done nothing. Keep doing online shit and it's fucking getting set up. I didn't do nothing. People should be trying to do something fucking cool like that. Well, if you don't like that, then call the police. I'm not gonna call the police. Well, okay, well, how are we gonna pay for who we don't have? You pay for it then. Next time I'm not gonna be one to make them fucking break in. I didn't do anything. I'm not the one who's doing nothing. And they come from her live. They mention on hers. Well, I don't know. I didn't even do nothing. Bullshit. I have a right to go live. No, it's her live stream. It's not mine. You tell her about her live stream.
Tofia Chew is well known for deflecting blame and accepting none of it. She would rather blame her mom, who streams to a station head audience a fraction the size of Tofia's. Seems like Brother Chew is pretty fed up with the situation. But there's something glaringly obvious that's missing from this video. Papa Chew, who I had not seen with the rest of his family in a long time. What I do know is that Papa Chew has racked up a laundry list of charges in the last year. After the hostage situation, he would commit another crime in October, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and criminal trespass. Then 1 month later, like clockwork, in November, he was arrested for armed robbery and resisting arrest, as well as the influence that Papa Chew has because he simply doesn't care to attend his court dates. It has been rumored that Papa Chew committed both of these robberies for food and has been living far more rough than the other Slydells. Papa Chew is currently in jail facing a year for those armed robbery charges I talked about. When he was arrested, it was noted that he was wearing the exact same outfit as when he had been arrested 9 months earlier. And witnesses to his most recent court hearing had some harrowing things to say. They noted that his feet were swollen and bloody, he had one shoe, and was degrading rapidly. None of the Slydells have been seen at any of his court hearings, and they have no intention of paying his measly $50 bond, even though they still sit back and enjoy his disability payments. Papa Chew has said and done some absolutely horrible things in his lifetime, but what's going on with him right now is a failure of many systems and people. It is most likely that these charges will stick and Papa Chew will spend over a year in jail or prison, with the rest of the Slydells continuing to live out of their car and motels. The only bright side of all of this is that Hershey is finally getting some fresh air for the first time in a long time, and hopefully no longer has to pee in old McDonald's cups. I really don't see the rest of the family changing either. Tofia's been making videos like this since Musical.ly was around, and though Papa Chew has gone missing from all social media simply because he can't afford it or he's in jail, Mama Chew still streams to her station head regularly, and Brother Chew will still make frequent appearances. To my knowledge, none of them have jobs still. And Tofia having an ongoing beef with previous video subjects Leslie Clark and Nova Online, it is almost assured that we will see her here on this channel again in the near future. But that's all we have on Tofia Chew and the Slydell family today, guys. Bit of a longer one. Really enjoyed making it for you. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you could go down and hit the like button or leave a comment, that would be very helpful for the channel. It's huge in the algorithm. But aside from all that, I know that time is the most valuable thing that each and every one of us have, and I thank you so much for spending some of yours here with me. A big shout out to all my channel members. Love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support. It wouldn't be the same without you guys in my live streams or on my videos. I always appreciate your sage advice. And to you watching the video right now, I hope that you have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are, just go have a good time. And be sure to keep it Kiwi.
Deathmatch. Engage and destroy the enemy. All of them. We've secured the lead. Friendly mosquito deployed. Friendly cluster mine planted.
commentary YouTuber called I'm Alex.
He was a pretty big commentary guy.
The only reason he got views in the first place was A, through leeching, using everyone, and B, through drama commentary.
I'm a celebrity, I can do whatever I want. Now that could be a joke, but if you actually look at all the evidence, at this point I think it's undeniable that that is what's been going on.